Hey, wonder people. It is Wednesday, reset day, and I've got a new name for our Wednesday days on the 100-day journey, Wisdom Wednesdays. So listen, before I get any further, this is, remember, Practicing Positivity, the studio, the 100-day journey. And I am Dr. Nicole, your guide on the side to this realm of practicing positivity champion for life. I am your rise and ride. I am your partner in possibility and positivity. So now that you know who I am, let me say a little bit more about where you've landed. So here we are, Practicing Positivity, the studio, and this is a dynamic learning lab, a space that you and I co-create in our conversation, in our engagement, in our comments, in the comment section, in the chat, wherever you are, that, listen, we center positivity. And by that, I mean, this is a place where we are building an ongoing discipline, a practice of nurturing what gives zest, what gives vitality, what gives life to that, what gives energy, life affirming, life sustaining, life supporting energy to the LIFE. And it's an LIFE because we have some things to unpack inside of what we mean by life here in the studio. L, sense of love and lightness. I, inspiration and imagination. F, freedom, a sense of spaciousness, freedom of expression, freedom to be who you are, and faithfulness to that little thing, that gift, that kernel of a possibility that was given only to you. And I don't care how many keynote speakers there are in the world, there's some speech that only you can give your way. I don't care how many engineers there are in the world, there's a genius that's inside of you that can only get expressed with your fingerprints on it. That's going to make the difference that it's intended to make. I don't care how many physicians are out here, surgeons are out here, but there's something that when you get to it, it's like no one else's. So a faithfulness to not just give that, but the journey of understanding what that is. So as you all can tell, I believe in this faith thing. So I don't care if you're Muslim, I don't care if you're Christian, I don't care if you're Hindu, I don't care if you're Lukume, Santeria, I don't care if you're Catholic, I don't care if you're Pentecostal. I believe faithfully that there's something inside of each and every one of us that requires a practice, that requires a discipline. So when we take it all, pressed down, shaken together, running over, it creates an extraordinary, exceptional experience to this thing we call life. And that's what we do here in the studio. So as you know, we've been at this 100 days. So I'm going to ask that you grab something to write with, grab something to write on. Excuse me, I had my hat turned to the side. Grab something to write on so that as we are going through our kind of conversation today, we have a formula that we like to use, or I like to use. And it's a little bit of insight, a little bit of practice, something so that you can take what insight that we share and you can take it on the road. You can road test that thing, put it to work in your world, put it to work inside of the purpose to which you have committed yourself, whether that be, and like I've said before, when I say purpose in here, sidebar, when I say purpose in here, we're not talking about your 25 lifetime commitment covenant purpose. Doesn't have to be. It might be for you, though. It could be the purpose that you're focusing on right this minute, right now. It could be the purpose that has engulfed your life for the last 10 years, or maybe just for the last 10 months. It could be your purpose of reinvention of yourself, of your business, but you make the choice on what that purpose means to you. But I want you to have a practice that you can take out and put to work on that purpose. And then we always take a little pause so that before we get out of this space, this time that we share together, you have a moment out of all the busyness, all the obligations, all the responsibilities, all the things that have your name next to it to get done, that you have a moment just to focus on this. Remember, we said life affirming, life sustaining, life energizing. So I want to give you a little minute where you have some time dedicated to that for yourself. So That's our little formula. That's what we like to work on in here. So today's insight, remember, it's Wednesday wisdom. So I've had the opportunity to participate. Shout out to Exchange. For those of you that know, leave a comment. Shout out to Exchange. I'm participating in their certified facilitators practice group, and I just get I've been involved with this community now for since the pandemic, and I get so filled up when I'm with these folks at Exchange. Um, and today was no exception. So today we had an opportunity to talk about the cycle of asking and giving. So today's Wednesday wisdom is really about, wisdom, those illuminations that open a world of insight to us. They're all around us. So today, as I was engaging with my peers and we're all kind of learning new things, practicing new skills, taking the courage to jump out in front of others, we had an opportunity for an ask and a give and an ask. And I struggled the most, like so many, not with the giving, but with articulating the giving. What's my specific gift to the world? What's the thing that I could give that would benefit this incredible Zoom room full of action takers, change makers, possibility shakers? What in the world could I offer this room? And the thing that I came up with is I was just thinking about you all. It's like, hey, you know what? I can offer my energy. Now, here's the flip side. And remember, wisdom, those illuminations that open up a world of insight to us are all around us. I also had a little moment with the ask until I got courageous and was willing to be vulnerable. And I said, you know what? I really struggle with articulating, hey, what it is that I'm inviting people to, what it is that I invite people to on the channel, what it is that I invite people to in my work life, and as a keynote speaker, as an appreciative inquiry practitioner and consultant. I'm inviting people to a transformational, trajectory shifting moment, an event. But how do you say that when you're standing at the line at the Starbucks in 30 seconds or less? And I don't want to bore you with all the details, but I got so many wisdom blossoms. And one of the things that I was reminded of that I did want to share with you was from a new friend of mine, Caroline. You know where you are in the world. Listen, I had a fantastic opportunity for her to just share with me a few things that I want to share with you. Remember to stay authentic to who you are. Stay authentic. Remember, I said stay faithful to who you are. Stay authentic to who you are. Don't go shifting your freak flag and your quirk. That's going to be your magic. Trust in that. I had to be reminded myself. And also, being willing to listen so closely that I could begin to speak in tongues, meaning I could begin to speak your language a little bit so that you knew first not what I wanted to share about me, but that I was able to articulate something that was relevant to you. I was listening to you, listening with my eyes as well as my ears, so that at that moment of exchange, that moment of engagement, there was a clearing so that it wasn't all about me and what I do. Because what's nestled inside of what I do is to serve. So Caroline's comment really reminded me, listen well and listen first. And then I can share from that heart of service and co-creation. So I know I'm going off a little bit, but I just wanted to remind you to kind of keep your eyes open, keep your heart open, keep your ears open, so that you are able to see and that you are able to pick up the wisdom that's around you, even when it's not from the quote experts at the front of the room. And I would dare say, especially when it's not from the experts at the front of the room. When you're looking at a sage on the stage or an expert at the front of the room, you're expecting them to say something that you are looking for to give you some insight. But what happens when we look on the right side or the left side, or maybe even behind us, that's when that wisdom, that gold, can really show up in ways that we weren't expecting. So today's Wisdom Wednesday, just want to remind you, Wisdom is all around you. And wisdom is those illuminations that can open up a whole world of insight and possibilities for us. So be on the lookout. So here's our pause moment, our practice moment to take out if you're with you. It's a question. A portability is what I love about questions. We can take them with us and allow them to shift. They're like changing from our glasses to our sunglasses, right? They let us shift our perspective. We change the frame. So this question is the one that I want to share with you to take out of here into your next engagement, your next exchange or interaction. You see it below. What wisdom blossoms? I used to call them wisdom bombs, but I didn't like the imagery of that. I like wisdom blossom because it says, gosh, it's something that may start in a moment, but it'll continue to grow. It'll continue to blossom and open up to us. So, what wisdom blossoms have you received today? Maybe from the most unlikeliest of sources or places. What wisdom blossoms? When has someone shared an insight with you that gave you a new, fresh perspective, that opened up a new possibility to you? So, what wisdom blossoms have you received today? And what gold, what wisdom have you shared with another or others today to brighten their way? So, take a moment as you think about, gosh, your own Wisdom Wednesday. What are the things that you have picked up? What's been shared with you? And where have you shared a little bit of gold? Where have you dropped some gold nuggets, some gold pebbles on the trail that we are all trekking for someone else to brighten their day, to give them a lift, to give them some currency that they maybe didn't even know that they needed? So, with that, my friends, I just want to say, hey, listen, if this conversation was meaningful, helpful, gave you an energy boost, gave you a lift, despite me and my tech still wrestling it out, still slogging it out this week, we are here still in the studio, working it out, getting our practicing positivity discipline together. So hey, like, subscribe if that kind of jam is yours, and you know some people that need to get in on this party. Share it with them. And you can always find me at tgcconsultinginc.com. And if you'd like more practicing positivity boosters, just an occasional lift you up, occasional good word from Dr. Nicole, something to keep your positivity game right and tight, to keep your positivity fires burning bright. Yes, she did rhyme it out. Go ahead and sign up at the link that you see here at the bottom of your screen, and I will see you in your inbox. So, with that, I will let you go out into the world to release more wisdom nuggets and to create and to share more wisdom blossoms as you go. Thank you for being here. And in the comments, let us know what wisdom you're sharing and what wisdom is lighting your way. Okay, be well. See you tomorrow.